Hello, I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's start with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. Teach us your ways. Teach us your truths. Teach us those threads that go from beginning to end through your word, Father. And use us for your glory. Send us, Lord, in Jesus' holy name. Amen. God is so good. So today, our study is titled Set Apart, which we've been talking a lot about, but we're going to talk about it a little more today. So we're going to start with the verse today is Leviticus 20:26, and it says, "You shall be holy to me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have set you apart from the peoples, that you should be mine." That's why he sets us apart, church, so we can be his, just like he did Israel. He's called Israel and he set them apart, and he has called the church and set them apart. The two loaves of bread that those two groups are symbolized in the two loaves of leavened bread in the Feast of Weeks, Pentecost as we know it in the church. So let's go to Numbers 3, verses 12 through 13. Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel instead of all the firstborn who open the womb among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. For all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I made holy to me all the firstborn in Israel, both land, man and animal, they shall be mine. I am Yahweh. So the Levites were set apart as mine to the Lord. And then in Numbers 1:47, we see, we're going to read 47 through 50. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, only the tribe. Now, see, this is when they were numbering the children of Israel according to their armies. And one thing I want us to see today is one of the armies is the Levite army that took care of the tabernacle. They were in charge of the care of it. So they're assigned to according to their positions on the care of the tabernacle, the tent of meeting. So the tribe of Levi was not numbered according to the sons of Israel, and according to their well, we'll go more into that, but they weren't numbered in this area after the children of Israel. But appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all its furnishings, and over all that belongs to them. They shall carry the tabernacle. That was what that army's assignment was, their appointment, and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it, and shall encamp around it. Now let's go to verse 53. But the Levites shall encamp around. Now, he also has been assigning in these first 3 chapters, he's been assigning the order of the camps as they travel. See, they're still in Mount Sinai where they received the law. They have not started traveling yet. They're getting assigned the positions they're supposed to hold during that traveling time, and while they go through the wilderness for the 40 years. So the Levites will encamp around the tabernacle of the testimony, and that they're going to be in the midst of Israel. There's two camps that travel first, and then there's the two camps that travel last, and in the middle are the Levites that sit out, right in the middle of all of them. So they encamp around the tabernacle of testimony, that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall be responsible for the tabernacle of the testimony. That was that army's job. And in Numbers 2:17, we see that the tent of meeting shall set out with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camps. As they encamp, so they shall set out, every man in his place by their standards. This is an army. That's what we're reading there. And then we're going to go to verse 33. But the Levites were not numbered among the children of Israel as Yahweh commanded Moses. Remember, when you see as Yahweh commanded Moses, Moses is a picture of Jesus. He is a type. And this is what God does with his son. He commands his son, and his son does what he commands. And his son was always obedient. And God said, this is my beloved son, and whom I am well pleased. That's what we want him to say to us. We're his children. We want him to be well pleased with us. So the Levites were not numbered among the tribes. No census was taken of them among the children of Israel. Numbers 4:1-2 shows us Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, take a census of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi by their families, by their fathers' houses. So they did get a census, but it just was not, they were not numbered among the tribes. They were different. They were not numbered among the children of Israel. They were numbered by their families, and they were numbered. There was another thing that was called besides that. We'll get to that. So they were numbered according to their families and their father's house. So Numbers 4:2, and now we're going to go to Numbers 4:22. Take a census. Now Gershon was one of the sons of Levi. Gershon, Kohath, and Merari were the three sons of Levi. So this is one of those three parts of the tribe of Levi. And take a census of the sons of Gershon also by their fathers' houses, by their families. That's how they were numbered. They were not numbered according to the children of Israel and the tribes. Okay, so now we're going to say that census was taken of the sons of Gershon. They were appointed over the tabernacle of the testimony and all that belonged to it. They were to carry it, they were to take care of it, and they were to camp around it. Census comes from the Strong's Hebrew word, the number 7218, and it means the head. It means captain, chief, some, which is where we get census. They're counting. Top, the counting. They're the first. That's what the Levites are. And Numbers 1:3 says, from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go out to war in Israel, you and Aaron shall number them by their divisions. That's how the census was taken. And then verse 16 says, these are those who were called of the congregation, the princes of the tribes of their fathers. They were the heads. That's the sum, the census, same word, of the thousands of Israel. And then chapter 4, verse 3 says, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all who enter into the service. Now, this is the army of the Levites. This is the priest army. And they were to do the work in the tent of meeting. They were not numbered among the children of Israel. They were different. They were an army set apart for God, for his own inheritance, his own mind. So 4:3, and then we're going to go to 16. We've already done 16. We're going to go. What we're seeing here is that Levi was separate and set apart, the tribe of Levi, the priestly tribe. And I just want to remind you that the church, let's go to this really quick. The church is also set apart for God. Let's see, chapter 5, verse 10. Let's go to that real quick. And, okay, let's start here. They sang a new song saying, you are worthy to take the book and to open its seals, for you were killed, that's Jesus, and bought us, the church, and the 144,000. He said, let's see. He's talking, no one in there. Okay, I wept because no one was able to open the book. He's talking about the book in Revelation that only Jesus could open and break the seals of. One of the elders said, don't weep. The Lion is of the tribe of Judah. The root of David has overcome, who opens the book and its 7 seals. I saw a throne, in the midst of the throne, and the 4 living creatures, and in the midst of the elders, a lamb standing as though it had been slain, having 7 horns, 7 eyes, which are the spirits of God sent out, 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. Then he came, this is Jesus, took it out of the right hand of him who sat on the throne, the Father, Now, when he had taken the book, the 4 living creatures and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each one having a harp, golden bowls of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. They sang, these are the elders singing this new song, saying, "You are worthy to take the book, to open its seals. You were killed and bought us with your blood out of every tribe, language, people, and nation." Now, this is the church this is the church in heaven when we see the elders. So the church is no longer on the earth. They left in chapter 4. You can see it clearly at the beginning of the chapter. And he made them kings and priests. That's what I want us to see. We are priests to our God, and we will reign on the earth with God. So let's go back to Numbers in chapter 3, verses 6 through 9. And it says, "Bring the tribe of Levi near." That's the priestly tribe. And they set them before Aaron the priest. Now remember, Aaron was the high priest, and he's a picture of Jesus. "And they shall minister to him." That's what the Levites were to do. They were set apart for the purpose of serving Aaron, the high priest, and all those, his sons after him. "So they shall keep his charge, the charge of the whole congregation before the tent of meeting, to do the service of the tabernacle." That's what this army was called to do. So let's keep going through for verse 9. "They shall keep all the furnishings of the tent of meeting and the obligations of the children of Israel to do the service of the tabernacle." They do all the offerings. They take care of everything that the high priest needs help with. "You shall give the Levites to Aaron and to his sons. They are wholly given to him on behalf of the children of Israel." So they're not numbered with the children of Israel. They are numbered separately and set apart, like we are. We're set apart, y'all. We're going to be priests of God in the kingdom. That is just gorgeous. The Levites were given to Aaron and his sons to do the service of the tabernacle. So we read Leviticus 12 through 13. He had taken the Levites from among the children of Israel instead of the firstborn who opened the wombs. "The Levites shall be mine, for all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck down the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I made holy to me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and animal. They shall be mine. I am Yahweh." You know, we talked a little about how God has set apart the devoted things belong to him. These are devoted to God. They are his, and they are holy. That we are to be holy because he is holy, y'all. Numbers 3:40 says, Yahweh said to Moses, "Number all the firstborn males of the children of Israel, from a month old and upward, and take the number of their names." The Levites' names were numbered. "You shall take the Levites for me." Remember, mine. "I am Yahweh, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel and the livestock of the Levites, instead of all the firstborn among the livestock of the children of Israel." All the way through 45. Moses numbered as Yahweh commanded him. Remember, he's the one that intercedes between God and the children of Israel, just like Jesus does for us to God. Now, and Yahweh commanded him all the firstborn among the children of Israel. All the firstborn males, according to the number of the names, from a month old and upward, of those who were numbered of them, were 22,273. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites instead of their livestock, and the Levites shall be mine. I am Yahweh." So the Levites were taken from among the sons of Israel instead of the Israel's firstborn. The Levites belong to the Lord. They are his. He says, "Mine." And Numbers 3:46 through 51, we see the redemption of the 273 of the firstborn of the children of Israel who exceed the number of the Levites. Okay, so now we're talking about the Levites is the tribe that is redeemed the firstborn of the children of Israel. They're in place of them, like Jesus is for us. He took our place in a wonderful way, so we don't have to die. He did it for us. He kept the law for us. So these the children of Israel have more force. Basically, they had more firstborn than there were men of the tribe of Levi. So this is how they redeemed those extras who exceed the number of the Levites. You shall take 5 shekels apiece for each one. After the shekel of the sanctuary, you shall take them. The shekel is 20 gerahs. That's the number, that's the amount of the money. And you shall give the money, which is the remainder of them, is redeemed, which the remainder of them is redeemed to Aaron and to his sons. So Aaron and his sons got to keep the redemption money. So Moses took the redemption money from those who exceeded the number of those who were redeemed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the children of Israel, he took the money, 1,365 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, and the redemption money went to Aaron and to his sons. So, let's see. Those of Israel's firstborn who exceeded the number of the Levites were ransomed by giving the money, which was for Aaron and his sons. So God was taking care of this army of his that was doing his care of his tabernacle. And this is how they were paid, since they couldn't work amongst the children of Israel. So in Numbers 3:15 through 21, we see that Moses did number the sons of Levi by their families and their fathers' houses and by their names. Number the children of Levi by their fathers' houses, by their families. Every male from a month old and upward shall you number. But he did not number them by the children of Israel. Moses numbered them according to the word of Yahweh as he was commanded. These were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari, and they had those 3 divisions. Now, these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, and then it goes on to number them. And then let's go. These are the families of the Levites according to their fathers' houses. That's how they were numbered. Of Gershon, the families of the Gershonites. And then let's go to verse 39. All who were numbered of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron numbered at the commandment of Yahweh by their families, all the males from a month old and upward were 22,000. And then they would number the firstborn males of all the children of Israel, and that's how they would figure how many were in excess. So let's just ask ourselves, how does this apply to us? We are the priests in the kingdom. We're the ones who belong to him. We're the ones who are to be holy, for he is holy, because we are separate and set apart, holy to the Lord. So what sort of people ought we to be? This is what we have to ask ourselves. We are holy and set apart for God. We died. We no longer live to ourselves. We belong to God. We're his, mine. He says, don't mess with the things that are devoted to God. Set apart for our master. We belong to him, and we must live like we are belonging to God. Amen.